Good morning. I don't normally do this kind of stuff, but this is just seems too important. It just seems too important. The 101st Airborne Division, Specialized Modular Light Infantry Division of the U.S. Army, trained for air assault operations. Right out of Wikipedia. Screaming Eagles, been referred to by journalists as the tip of the spear, as well as one of the most potent and tactically mobile of the U.S. Army's divisions. Well, no one's really talking about this. Glenn Beck mentioned this, and I'm like, I got to search this. I got to make sure this is true. And I mean, I doubt Glenn Beck. Now, I like Stu, and Stu has gotten a few things wrong when he reported on the booing of Jill Biden, and he actually showed the doctored footage, which has gone viral, and that's wrong, actually. Officer Tatum showed the uncut video where you can actually hear them singing, and you're not hardly hearing any booing whatsoever. But from another angle, way up in the nosebleeds, there was some booing, but it wasn't anything like what the video that went viral that was edited. So that was the one time that I've have listened to Stu singularly on his own YouTube channel, and it's like, no, that's wrong. But I wasn't not a big fan of Glenn Beck. I listened more to Rush Limbaugh more than anybody else, especially when it came to the radio. I've listened to him some now. Of course, most of the commentators I listen to are just all across the board on YouTube now. Officer Tatum, ABL, BCP 1 and 2, just a lot of people, Tim Pool, etc. And he's not even completely conservative. He's sort of middle ground and more of a libertarian more than anything. But the media likes claiming him conservative, and he's not. It's more like it's almost like the whole. I've been listening to him maybe a little over a year, and it almost seems like we're watching him kind of move in that direction. In his search for truth, which has led him to the point that Tim has gotten, chicken guy. So, but yeah, I went out and looked this up. You search for the 101st Airborne Division, and you're going to get a lot of the Wikipedia stuff and who they are. And let's see here, but Yahoo News, Daily Express, CBS, and ANSA, ANSA. Well, let me click on See More News. They're about the only ones that are mentioning this. Tasnim News Agency, whoever that is, I've never heard of them, but not MSNBC, not CNN, not ABC, not any of these other people, not even Fox, as far as I can tell. Clarksville Now, CBS News, Yahoo. Oh, if I keep going a little farther enough, no. Now I'm looking at like 101st year horse races, but then a little further down it's like protothema. The U.S. Army's 101 Airborne Division has been deployed to Europe for the first time in almost 80 years. This administration is putting us on the brink of war. This is very scary. After my kids left the room last night, and as of yesterday, it was actually 2 days old news. after my wife, the kids left, I whispered to my wife, I'm like, do you know that we've deployed the 101st Airborne Division to near the border of Ukraine? And she was like, no. I said, this was apparently 2 days ago. I'm just hearing about it now from, and I can't remember if I mentioned Glenn Beck to my wife or not. But yeah, Express, I mean, these are little, CBS News is the only one close enough. U.S. Army's 101st Airborne is practicing for a war with Russia just miles from Ukraine's border. Get ready, people. Canadian prepper wasn't kidding. Ever since I started kind of following the Canadian truck blockade and everything that happened in Canada, all of a sudden the Canadian prepper stuff started popping up on in my feed in YouTube, and I started listening to him a little bit. But yeah, this is scary. This is scary. Let's Killeen Daily Herald. Have you heard of them? I haven't. Let me click on it. Let's take a look at this real quick, and I'll let y'all go. Screaming Eagles land in Europe once again. After 77 years, U.S. soldiers of the 101st Airborne Division touched down on European soil in a continued effort to assist the Army's V Corps and the 1st Infantry Division in supporting Operation Atlantic Resolve in NATO's eastern flank. To illustrate the event, soldiers of the 101st Airborne Division Sustainment Brigade performed a ceremonial uncasing of the unit's flag. Streamers and colors soon after arriving at the, oh my goodness, Grafenwohr, or it looks like Grafenwohr, but it's Grafenwohr, I think, training area in Grafenwohr, Germany, October 6th of 2022. So even this seems a little dated. October 6th? Today is the morning of October 25th. That was 19 days ago. This was over 2 weeks ago. We're just now hearing about this? Often at arm's length, soldiers of the 1st Infantry Division and 101st Airborne Division performed successive bounds in support of one another during many key engagements throughout America's modern military history. This is serious. I mean, we've been giving Ukraine billions of dollars or millions of dollars. Yeah, it has been billions. While we could be helping our own self. We could be helping our own self. This is scary. This is very scary. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and no one's talking about it. Be aware. Search. Listen. Seek the truth. That's all I have to say about this. But it's getting serious. It's getting serious. We need to leave Ukraine alone. I hate to say it, but I think that's the best interest, to leave Ukraine and Russia just at it. We need to stay out of this. We need to stop giving Ukraine money. That's my opinion. We'll catch you next time. Tell me what you think down below. But it's... you can try, you know, maybe freespoke.com. You use their search engine. Maybe you'll get a little more than what I'm using here with a Google search engine just on my main browser here. Maybe it's Google that's not showing up enough, more than just 3 or 4 articles about this. So tell me what you think. Wake up, America. What are we being distracted with? Some trans person from Texas talking to the president about whatever. In his 222nd day of being a girl. That's what's important. No, this is important. this is important to our country, to us as a whole going forward, and getting involved in a conflict we don't need to be getting involved with. Why is it always the Democrats? Let's see you next time. Well, I can't exactly say it's always Democrats, but you know what I mean.